What if I just went live and didn't say a word? People would be freaked out, right? Ah, man. But, anyways, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians series recap, series preview, live stream. As believe it or not, we've already hit the middle of August. Football season is knocking on the door. Basketball season's still a few months away? But yeah, baseball season is winding down already. Honestly, it feels like it should be middle April, if that. And here we are already, middle August. Wow. Where has the time gone? Just went. Whew. But, anyways, today, or tonight, because of course the Guardians had a late night uh, getaway game. Feels weird having a nighttime getaway game. You don't usually see that a whole lot. Usually, getaway games are like in the daytime. I guess it doesn't really matter for us because, yeah, we play tomorrow, but we're still at home. So, yeah, we're good over here. But yeah, 3-game series against the Marlins. I now see how that team beat the Yankees. Yeah, not just beat them, swept them. If there's any Marlins fans that just so happen to stumble across this, because you're looking for titles, you see Marlins in the title, you're like, I wonder what this jabroni has to say about our team. It's got a damn annoying team. And honestly, hearing me call your team annoying, that's a compliment. You look up and down their lineup, they got some sneaky good hitters. People overlook that roster of theirs because they don't really have any stars besides Stowers. They got some good ass players in that lineup. And they're pitching. Ooh, man. Perez, Cabrera, Sandy. Of course, Sandy's coming off that major injury. What was it, Tommy John or whatever? I see now why they have resisted the urge to trade him. He is good, but Yuri and Cabrera are right up there too. Yep. If they could just build the rest of their team to match those three, if I'm in the Phillies and the Mets, I'm looking out for the Marlins. Thing is about the Marlins, they're not like the Mets or Phillies. They don't spend money. You're lucky to freaking get a notification each offseason talking about them signing somebody to a minor league contract. They just don't do that. They just don't spend. They're like the Guardians, but at least the Guardians will sign garbage bin players like bargain bin. We'll sign a couple dudes to a minor league contract every year. Look at this year. This year they focused solely on pitching, seemingly. And for the most part, it's sort of, I guess, worked out somewhat. I mean, Junis isn't a complete bum. Colby Allard, solid. They got rid of Vince Velasquez. They honestly forgot that dude was still in the system. He was in the minors. I think he went to Korea. Good luck in Korea. Wow. Paul Seawald was all right, but he just couldn't stay healthy. And yeah, I mean, in terms of like who they traded for, Luis was all right, and then he decided to go gamble. And Slade is a madman. I'm just gonna say he's a madman. He's a lunatic, but we love it. Just need him to pitch better. That's all. So, anyways, getting into game one. Yeah, let's just say the Guardians came into this series feeling good, right? They came into this thing feeling pretty good, if you really think about it. Game one, back at home, of course, after that 6-game road trip where they went 5-1. They honestly could have swept, but it is what it is. You're not going to win every game, right? Ah, man. So, yeah, game one, the Guardians had Logan Allen on the mound. You know how Logan is. He's very up and down. He's a roller coaster. You don't know what you're going to get. He's like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what the hell you're going to get. And this game actually wasn't even his worst outing. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 5 Ks, 3.94 ERA. And I'm just going to say this right now. This team just couldn't stop walking dudes this whole series. If I had to come up with an overall theme of this series, it was lack of command from everybody. Now, luckily for the Guardians, they actually did give Logan some run support early, courtesy of a J-Ram homer. Bottom of the first, making it 1-0. And then Kyle Manzardo, who, remember, back-to-back games with a homer. His 21st, 2-0, just like that, back-to-back. And then Brian Rocchio singled in a run, bottom 2, 3-0. Of course, the Marlins would come back and tie the game, courtesy of a 2-run single by Dane Myers. And then Heriberto Hernandez ended up with a double of his own. And it would be 3-3 until the bottom of the 8th when J-Ram would strike again with his 27th ever career multi-home run game, the most in club history. You know, if I had to ask J-Ram anything, it's this. Where's your statue going to be, bro? And what pose you doing? Because at this point, he's a Hall of Famer, 100%. He's going to get a statue. Where are they going to put it? Next to Jim Thome? That would be cool. That'd be cool. He's still got many more years left. He's far from finished. But you know damn well he's getting a statue. He's a franchise icon at this point. And the way he is, he ain't going to play for another team. Nope. Nope. He'll be wearing that fastball G logo, whatever it is, for the rest of his career. He will always be known as a Clevelander. Indian, Guardian, whatever. He will be in Cleveland most likely for the rest of his career. Mm-hmm. I just would love to see us get greedy and just out and win a World Series for him just one time. If his career ends in like mid 2030s and all he really has to his name is a couple playoff appearances with one major World Series run where we had a 3-1 lead, but because we had to use Corey Kluber 3 times, which, come on, if you're going to use a pitcher 3 times in a single series, you're kind of in trouble. Because after twice, I mean, come on. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to know what the heck Corey's going to throw. Using a pitcher 3 times in a series, this day and age, you wouldn't see that. No, they would go bullpen game or something. I'm actually surprised Tito didn't do that. Go super ham in game 7 and just unleash everybody at that point. If you can throw a ball, if you're like in the bullpen, throw. Like everybody. Even the starters. Clevenger. Well, I was going to say Bauer, but, Finger. But I just hope that that's not the longest he's went into a season. Because that'd be pretty sad. He's here all that time and he only has one World Series appearance in his career. That's tough. Yeah. I'm sure we'll probably make it again at some point. I just hope it's not at the very end of his career. But of course, we are due for new ownership pretty soon, so we'll see how Blitzer does things. But yeah, he is going to get a statue. He's at this point a Hall of Famer for sure. Unanimous? I don't know. But he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Most likely. 99% chance. Because you never know these days. What's up, Jeffrey? He says, what's your thoughts on Isaiah Bond signing? I did a whole video talking about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's I guess you could call it like a low risk, extremely high reward. Because essentially we got him for free. He's a first round talent that we got essentially undrafted. You can just add him to the draft class. Like, wow, okay. See what he can do. He's gonna have motivation. That's for sure. Just depends on who's gonna throw him the ball. That's for sure. Again. But yeah. Getting back to this game, of course, J-Ram hitting that home run in the bottom of the eighth. Cade comes in. Easy peasy. Good stuff from Cade. I think he's really settled into the closer role. Yeah. So, Guardians win 4-3. Cade gets the win, 5-4, 2.68 ERA. Foucher takes the loss, 3-3, 3.52 ERA. Jansen Junk, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 Ks, and 2 homers. 4.06 ERA for him. Yeah. So that's game 1. Now we move to game 2. Oh, God. And for the purpose of time, I'm not really going to spend a lot of it on this game. Because let's just be serious here. The game was fun for a little bit, and then it wasn't. And then it became fun again, and then it really wasn't fun. Gavin Williams on the mound against Yuri Perez. Gavin coming off that near no-hitter, and Yuri Perez has been rock solid all year for the Marlins. So, in the most predictable fashion ever, Gavin goes out and craps his pants, pretty much. Not really, but you might as well say he did. 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, and 2 homers. All 4 runs were on 2 big homers. A leadoff bomb by Xavier Edwards, which I thought he had gotten over the leadoff dingers, right? I thought he gotten over doing that, giving up those leadoff dingers. It wasn't a first pitch one, though, but another leadoff dinger on a fastball. That's his thing, though. He loves throwing a first pitch fastball. That was Xavier's second home run of the year. Wow. Wouldn't be it. Because that's just where it got started. Jacob Marcy comes in, 3-run homer, 4-0. But not to be outdone, the Guardians would smack back in the bottom of the first with a solo shot by Stephen Kwan, leadoff dinger. This one on the second pitch of the at-bat. Not too shabby. And got to give a lot of credit to our pitchers, Gavin and Kobe, because they kept it 4-1 until the Guardians eventually tied it up in the 4th, courtesy of a Gabriel Arias 3-run dinger. And he pimped the crap out of it. He hit it 109 miles per hour, 433 feet. And it was at this point where I got back into the game. I was like, let's go, yeah. But coming out of that inning, you're thinking, okay, Colby, just give us a goose egg on the mound and let's go back to do some work. I mean, you look at who was coming up following that inning, it was set up. We were looking good, right? We had things cooking. Yeah, we had Bo, Brian, and Quan do up, but it's like, hey, top of the order possibly coming up. We're in good shape. So, I mean, top of the fifth, first pitch or first hitter, Ramirez, first pitch, ground out, good stuff. Hicks single, Lopez flies out. Here up comes Jacob Marcy again. On a 2-2 pitch. He got ballsy. And he threw a pitch kind of up and in on him. He would have really had to get those hands in to get this. And that's exactly what he did. He whacked it for a 2-run shot, 6-4. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. We're down 6-4. We're still in it. Again, just get back to the plate and try to tie this game up. Right? You got a lot of time left. It's only the bottom of the fifth, which we go 1, 2, 3. Festa came in last inning. Festa comes in top 6 after getting the final out of the fifth. Strikes out Dane Myers on 3 pitches. It's like, oh, Festa. Oh, Festa. What happens next? Solo shot to Graham Pauley. Okay. 7-4. Still in it. Xavier Edwards triples. Stowers singles in it, brings him in 8-4. They hit Ramirez. Hicks comes up, ground rule doubles, run scores. Lopez gets struck out, still by Festa. Marseille comes back up, and his generational game continues. RBI double, 2-1 double, 11-4. And they finally get Heriberto Hernandez to pop out, and mercifully, the inning ends. It's 11-4. We come up, do nothing as usual. Top 7 comes up. They continue the onslaught. Agustin Ramirez, 2-run single. After they walked Pauly and Stowers hit a double. Yeah. And it was until the 7th when they finally took out Festa. That bozo was in there for the whole 5-run 6th inning. He's the reason why the game got out of hand. Yep. So, top 8, nothing happens. And then, nothing else really happens the rest of the game. Yeah. It was so bad. We had Carlos Santana playing third and Austin Hedges pitching at the end of the game. Yeah. So that's all. Guardians lose 13-4 in game 2. Gavin, 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks, and 2 homers. 3.38 ERA for him. Yuri Perez got the win. 5 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 8 Ks, 2 homers, 3.58 ERA for him. The sucky part was that collapse happened right as we were about to essentially face off against the bullpen. Their bullpen was set to come in. But no, Fister had to happen. I thought, man, they got to be DFAing this dumbass. But no, they didn't. Not at all. So Perez is 5-3, and Allard is now 2-2. Allard took the loss. At least it wasn't Gavin. 2.90 ERA for Colby, 3.58 ERA for Yuri Perez. So that's it for game 2. And then we talk about today's game. And again, it was a late night. You know, always feels weird when we have a late night getaway game. But it doesn't affect these guys because they play again tomorrow at home. It's not like they got to hop on a flight and have an overnighter. So, yeah, we get into today's game. And, of course, we had Tanner Bibee on the mound against Edward Cabrera, another absolute stud of a pitcher. And we know Tanner's tendencies. You give him a lot of runs, he'll usually fail at holding any lead that's more than like 1 run. To be fair, this was probably one of Tanner's better outings. It didn't start off great, though. 3 runs immediately in the first. RBI from Ramirez, Augustin Ramirez, the former Yankee, 1-0. And then, in the derpiest way possible, they score 2 more, courtesy of Otto Lopez, fielder's choice. This is how things get weird. He hits the ball to shortstop. Gabe fields it cleanly, throws home. The throw beats the runner. Hedges goes to tag the runner. As he's tagging him, the ball pops out of the glove. So the runner scores, and of course another runner behind him comes in. So it's 3-0. Just like that. The Guardians would respond, like they always do, in the derpiest way possible. They matched derp ball with derp ball. Gotta love it. So, J-Ram, RBI single, and this is coming off back-to-back hits, too. Like, these guys came out swinging against Eddie Cabrera. RBI single scores a run, 3-1. Then a wild pitch happens. Scores another. And then Arias RBI ground out ties the game. So just like that, we're tied. And then we get to the top of the 4th. And Heriberto RBI single makes it 4-3. Okay. All right. I'm sure we can come back. And that's exactly what we did. In fact, we didn't just come back. We took the damn lead. Bottom 5. Kyle Manzardo ties it up with a single. And this is how that whole inning went, okay? Let's set context here. So again, in the first, it was a nightmare inning for Tanner. Single, walk, double. And then struck out Hicks. Lopez reached. Like I said, they got Lopez trying to steal and then struck out Marcy. Awesome. How do we respond? Single, 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 stolen base, wild pitch. And that's how we'd score 2 runs. Manzardo strikes out. Arias grounds out, scores a run. And that's it. Because Kefas struck out after. Yeah, not a great game to start for him. And 1, 2, 3 second. We do nothing in the bottom second. Except for a single by Hedges, of all people. Of course. Top third, 1, 2, 3. Bottom third. Only things were 2 walks by Manzardo and Arias. Kefas comes up after dude walks back to back. And he's trying to be Barry Bonds for some reason. He's coming up there with the itchiest freaking swing ever. Like, I gotta swing. Like there's a bug bugging him. Like he's getting buzzed by bees or something. Like, what are you swinging at? Of the pitches he swung at, only 1 was really a strike. The other two would have been balls. It would have been a 3-1 count. Come on, man. Use your head. Top four comes up. They do add a run, courtesy of the Hernandez single, which followed a single by Hicks and then a grounder to third by Lopez. So they do score 4-3. And of course, that would be the only one they score. Because bottom four, nothing. Top five, they get a walk from Ramirez, but that's it. Good stuff by, again, pitching. Tanababy locked in. Trying to finish it up. Keep us in the contention. Bottom five comes up. Walk Kwan. Martinez flies out. Kwan steals. Ramirez singles. He then steals after Kwan went to third on the single by J-Ram. J-Ram steals. Manzardo singles to tie the game. And then Gabriel Arias sac fly again to give us the lead. 5-4. So there you go. Just like that. 5-4. Bottom five. They hit Kafis. But then Fry grounds out. Top six. Nothing really happened besides happening after that. Top six. Again, a double by Hedges. Austin Hedges, 2-hit game? That was his first 2-hit game since last August. Not even kidding. They mentioned it on the broadcast. I couldn't believe my freaking ears. At all. Crazy. Isn't it? Isn't it? So as Kwan strikes out, Martinez flies out. And then we get to the seventh. Edwards walks. Stowers pops out. Edwards steals second. Ramirez grounds out. Hicks grounds out. No problem. Then we get to the bottom seven. And the Guardians decided to add some more runs. As starting it off, they brought in Valente Belozo. And then Ramirez welcomes him to the game with a leadoff base hit. And because the right fielder made a bad play on it, he goes to second. Manzardo grounds out, moves into third. Arias gets hit. Arias steals second. Noticing a theme. They realized, oh, these guys suck at throwing out runners. I think they've allowed the most stolen bases this year. So, of course, the Guardians realized that, and they're taking advantage. They're bullying them on the base. They're bullying them on the bases, which is great, putting a lot of pressure on that catcher. Kafis reaches in a fielder's choice. They try to get Ramirez at home, which, come on, it's Jose Ramirez. You're not going to do that. So he reaches. Runner scores at 6-4. Fry singles in a run. They bring in Nolan Jones to pinch run. Rocchio singles in a run, making it 8-4. And then to wrap up the scoring, Austin Hedges, sac fly, making it 9-4. Nothing would happen in the eighth. Enright comes in. 1-2-3 inning. Bottom eight, nothing happens. Top nine. This is where things get testy. Johnston grounds out. Sanoha grounds out. It's looking like a 1-2-3 inning. Then all of a sudden, Enright forgot how to throw strikes. He was all over the place. Single to Edwards, single to Stowers, walked Ramirez, bases loaded all of a sudden. 2 outs. In case you're wondering, the Edwards hit was on a leadoff, a first pitch. Stowers, second pitch. And most aggravating of them all, he had Ramirez on a 4. In fact, he had him on 2 strikes, 2-2 count. He had him on 2 strikes, 2-2 count. Couldn't put him away. Cade Smith comes in and 5 pitches, puts out Hicks. So Guardians salvage the series. They win 2 out of 3, take the series over the Marlins, and continue their nice little streak of stacking series wins. Good to see that. So Tanner Bybee, with this win, is now at 500. He's 9-9 with a 4.54 ERA. Cabrera's 6-6 with a 3.34 ERA, and Cade Smith locks in his 6th save of the year with a 2.67 ERA. Not too shabby. 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 5 Ks, 4.54 ERA. They were walking everybody in this series. Cabrera, on the other hand, 5 in the 3rd inning, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, 6 Ks, 3.34 ERA. So definitely not the best, but much better by Tanner. Yeah, much better. I'll take it, for sure. Especially out of him. So now with that, we move on to tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Guardians play tomorrow. It'll be the Atlanta Braves coming to town. And starting us off tomorrow, admittedly, of course, it could change, versus Joey Cantillo. And of course, we're going to take a look and see how these two pitchers have done this year. Hurston Waldrop, 2-0 with a 1.54 ERA, 10 Ks, versus Cantillo, who's 3-2, 4.11 ERA, 75 Ks. And the most interesting thing, Braves, is simply the fact this team, pardon my French, is hurt to shit. They got everybody and their mother and their pitching staff, pretty much. Like, their main starters are all injured. Now, what I just saw was recently Chris Sale doing rehab assignments. So he should be back soon. It'd be so Guardians if he came back tomorrow. It would be such a Guardians thing to have happen. Right? And keep in mind, the standings are still relatively close in the AL. The Guardians, I believe, are like a half a game back of the Yankees. Tigers won again today, so we're still a little way from them. I've almost all but given up on chasing them down. You never know, though. We'll see what happens. A lot can go down in these next few weeks here. But again, these two pitchers have never faced each other. Waldrop's never faced the Guardians. Cantillo's never faced the Braves. Makes it easy on me, I guess. Waldrop has made 1 start in 2 games. He's 2-0 this year. And he's coming off on the 9th of August, last start. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 Ks. And of course, he's a righty, so be ready for more Kyle Manzardo. Joey Cantillo is 3-2, and he's coming off an impressive win over Chicago, the White Sox. 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Not too shabby from Joey C. I prefer if Joey C was in the bullpen. But I'll take him as a starter, because it seems like nobody from the minors has really shown that they're worthy of being called up. Because if they were, they'd be up right now. But yeah, this should be fun. This should be fun. So that's game 1 again. Cantillo 3-2, 4.11 ERA, 75 Ks. He's done admirably since being thrusted into the rotation to replace Luis Ortiz, the gambler. And Waldrop's 2-0, 1.54 ERA, 10 Ks. Granted, you look at his opponents, He faced the Reds and the Marlins. So take take that with what you will. Now we get into game two. And in game two, it'll be Jones versus Slade Ciccone. We faced Joey Wentz with the Pirates earlier this year, and we beat him. He was a reliever at the time. Now, Slade hasn't faced the Braves since last year when he was with the Diamondbacks. And honestly, I think he did pretty good. Last I saw. But yeah, looking at the Braves, it looks like Acuna could be back pretty soon, and Riley, we'll see about him. He's got a strained abdominal. But man, they're they have a whole staff's worth of pitchers, like starters, on their IL. Damn. Grant Holmes, Ronaldo Lopez, he's been out since April. Chris Sale could be back soon. Spencer Schwellenbach, and AJ Smith-Shawver, who's out for the year with Tommy John. He was the pitcher that was on the mound pitching, and the manager is like, It took, I think, Strider literally saying, "Yo, look at the kid, look at the pitcher. He's not right. What the heck's going on? Go check him out." It took a freaking another pitcher for the manager to realize, "Oh, I think my starter's not right. Something's wrong." Yeah, Tommy John. That's tough. The only reliever that's, I guess, injured is Joe Jimenez, who I forgot was still in the freaking league, but he's been out since last year. Late last year. That's tough too. Yeah, Slade faced him last year, July 10th. Went 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, no decision. So that's that for that. That's all there. But yeah, like I said, we faced Joey Wentz. Now, the funny thing about Joey Wentz is we faced him as a starter before with the Tigers. And let's just say we put the fear of God into him in 2023. We beat the crap out of that dude. Yeah, for game two, it'll be Slade against Wentz. Wentz is 3-3, 5.03 ERA, 54 Ks. Slade 5-5, 4.11 ERA, 73 Ks. He hasn't been the same since he tried to go a complete game. Yep. Against Wentz, though, Manzardo, home run and 2 RBIs. That happened this year with the Pirates. Bo Naylor, home run and 2 RBIs. Jose, 2 homers, 2 RBIs. And Rocchio, a homer and 2 RBIs. And then Santana has an RBI as well. Of course, he's a lefty. So you already know Kyle's not going to hit against him, even though he's 1 for 3 with a homer. But yeah, against Ciccone, only Olsen has an RBI against him. That's it. That's all. Now Slade, of course, yeah, like I said, he's been struggling a bit, mainly with location. That's been his main thing at this point, just putting the ball in the right spot. He's usually been really good with it. But Wentz is 1-2 with a 5.84 ERA, 25 Ks in 10 appearances. He has faced us twice this year coming out of the pen with the Pirates, but he hasn't started since 2023. And the Guardians beat the hell out of him the last time he started a game against us. He went 2 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned, 7 runs, 2 dingers, and 3 walks. Yee. Yeah. And of course, I say Kyle hit a home run the last time because he was not. I mean, he was here 2024, but I don't think he was up at that time. No. But in terms of homers, yeah, that's definitely Kyle. It's Kyle. 420. I guess you could say that ball was smoked. Ha ha. Weed jokes. Gotta love them. Boy. Man, oh man. So yeah, let me look at this game. So it was 5-4. Guardians win. Who was on the mound? Oh, it was Mitch Keller versus Logan. I thought it was the okay, that was the extra inning game. Right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, Class A blew the save, but then we still won in extras. Okay. I see. That's right. Okay. But yeah, I think we can definitely get after Joey Wentz a little bit. Now, Saccone, of course, is coming off a loss to the White Sox. Well, they roofed him up. They were hitting everything. 3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. They were smoking everything he threw. Like I said, he hadn't been the same since he was trying to go a complete game. Joey Wentz coming off a win over Miami on the 10th. 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 2 Ks in 5 1/3 innings. That was coming off an outing against the Brewers where they beat him up pretty good. 5 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. And of course, he's a lefty, so that'll be fun. Saccone, of course, 5-5, 4.11 ERA, 73 Ks. Wentz 3-3, 5.03 ERA, 54 Ks. And just again, just a little refresher. In case I didn't go over this already, I mean, I already talked about his stats, but yeah, he only faced him one time. Yeah, got a no decision though. 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks in 4 innings. Not too bad. Definitely, he could be better. We'll see what he does this time around. And then to wrap up this series, it'll be Eric freaking Fetty against Logan Allen. We faced Fetty last year, and that dude was what I call a pain in the butt to face. Remember, I actually wanted us to trade for him last year. Didn't happen. Got DFA'd this year by, I believe, the Cardinals and found a spot with the desperate Braves. And I don't know how he's done. Haven't really watched him too much. But obviously, Logan Allen coming off a solid outing his last time out against the Marlins. Fetty 4-12 with a 5.40 ERA, 70 Ks. Logan Allen 7-9, 3.94 ERA, 92 Ks. Against Fetty, Juan has a homer run and RBI and 6 at bats, batting .500. Bo Naylor has a homer and 2 RBIs, and David Fry has an RBI. Against Logan, Ozuna has 2 RBIs, Olsen has an RBI, and Harris has an RBI. And they could be getting Acuna back too, which is lovely. Logan's coming off back-to-back no decisions, 5 innings apiece in each game, 4 hits in each game, 2 runs against the Marlins, 1 against the Mets. So not even bad. But his main problem again, walks. Gotta limit the damn walks. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially against this Braves team. 4 walks apiece the last 2 games, and 6 and 5 Ks. That was coming off of a solid outing against Colorado before the deadline. We went 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. That was vintage Logan Allen. We get that against the Braves. I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Now, Eric Fetty, of course, split time with St. Louis and Atlanta. As you know, he's kind of trash. He's kind of ass. So, yeah, this is probably going to be a nightmare outing for us. I could just see it in the, I could just see it in the stars, man. He stinks. So of course he's probably going to go out there and shut us down. He is coming off a win over Miami, where he went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks. That was coming off of back-to-back losses against Kansas City and Milwaukee. So I think we can definitely beat up on Eric Fetty a bit. That would make me happy. Fetty against the guards, though, back-to-back wins last year again with the White Sox. Faced us 3 times, and he practically shut us down the last 2 times. His first time facing us in April, we got to him pretty damn good. Sheesh, we smoked his ass on 410. Darn it. 10 days early. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 5 runs, 3 dingers. I think you can guess who hit the dingers off him. Yeah, you can guess who did. Juan, Naylor, and I'm guessing Josh Naylor or Jimenez, because they're not even on the team anymore. I don't think he's given up a homer since, has he? Yeah, the other one must have been Josh or Andres. Miles or something, because they're not even on the team anymore. Wow. Should be like freaking like Oscar or something. Gonzalez or something. Or freaking but that was early in the year. Yeah, it was Josh Naylor. I knew it. I was right. It was Josh Naylor. The Naylor Bros. Wow, that's crazy. Tanner Bybee in that game against Fetty. Wow. Okay. So that's what we got to deal with this series. Should be a doozy. It's always going to be a doozy with this team. But again, Logan Allen, I don't think has ever faced the Braves. Oh, yeah, he has. I looked it up earlier. That's right. So that's the series finale there. And then after that game, the Braves will host the White Sox. And the Guardians will have the Diamondbacks. So we'll hop on a plane. We'll both hop on a plane. We head out west to face Arizona, and the Braves come back home to face the White Sox. I might have to hit up my guy JB Taylor and see if he'd want to do one of these games. And it'd be in Arizona, so we would do it on his channel. I'll have to ask him. That'd be dope. For sure. Oh yeah. 100%. That'd be fun. Oh, that would be fun. Best part is the series starts on the Monday. So I don't think I'd really miss any preseason ball either. Yeah, that'd be beautiful. Have to ask him about that. All right, but yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Logan Allen, though, 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks, and 4 and 2/3 innings. The one time he faced the Braves back last year, April 26th. Tough game for him. See how he does this time. Now, I remember a few years ago, we faced him in Cleveland when they had the best offense in the majors. Now you look at him, it's like, how did that turn to this? Like the Braves are 15 games under 500, fourth in the East, in the NL East. The Guardians are 63 and 57, second in the Central. Like the Guardians at this point are firmly entrenched in second place. Yankees are going to beat Cleveland in the World Series. Yeah, that's a clear troll. That's a pretty bad troll job. Yeah, the Guardians are firmly entrenched in second place. We're 6.5 back of the Tigers again. And we're a half a game behind the Yankees in the wild card. What's insane is a few months ago, the Tigers had the largest division lead in the majors at 15 games, around there. Now it's down to 6.5. The Blue Jays are up five games on the Red Sox. The Astros are only a game and a half ahead of Seattle. The Phillies, they've opened it up on the Mets. They're 5 up on them in first place. The Brewers are up 8 games on the Cubs. That's what happens when you win 12 in a row. Damn, Brewers. And they start off a series with Cincinnati tomorrow. Damn, son. And then the NL West, the Padres are a game up on the Dodgers. And they play each other. Oh my God, dude. That series is going to be showtime because of what happened the last time. The freaking drama with the hit batters and stuff. Oh, that's gonna be showtime. Oh yeah, that's gonna be showtime. 100%. I'm looking at the wild card before I head out. Guardians are a half a game back of the Yankees. We're not even out of the realm of catching the Red Sox either. You know what's crazy to me? We're a game behind the Sox in the loss column. We're even 2 back of the Mariners. Bro, don't look now. The Guardians might get in the playoffs. Now, I mean, would I expect us to do anything in the playoffs? Not really, which would make it fun because I'd have no expectations. It'd be like the Tigers last year, right? Except we wouldn't need to do pitching chaos to have success. We would just need our starters to not suck. And by the way, John Means, he's trying to be this year's Matthew Boyd. He's doing a rehab assignment upcoming, I think, next couple days with the Lake County Captains. So I'm thinking he'll be ready if he doesn't have any setbacks, knock on wood, by September. Man, I know exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna put him in there where Cantillo is. I guarantee it. It makes too much sense. You're not gonna put Slade in the pen. No. You're gonna take Cantillo, you're gonna put him in the bullpen, and put John Means in that starting spot. If he gives us anything close to what he was before the injuries, we got him for a whole nother year too. I think too. Yeah. Oh, he's so mean. Stop. It's getting late. I'm gonna wrap this up before I just go unhinged and just go insane after dark stream on you guys. And before my camera freaking quits on me. So yeah, it's already starting that up. Alright guys, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, my camera already quit. But I'm wrapping the stream up anyway, so my camera's like, I'm gonna get a head start. I'm out of here. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same here. Guardians are right there. Don't mess around with Atlanta. They're not very good, but they still have some good players. And they might be getting Acuna back too. And I gotta see when Sale's coming back, so because he's on my fantasy team. And how about this? Little Wayne had a concert at Blossom today. He shouted out Shador because, of course, he's great friends with Prime Time, with Prime. How about this, too? Jose Ramirez, 3-game series with the Marlins. 7 for 11 after he had a horrible 6-game road trip. Comes back home and he mashed it. 7 for 11 in the 3 games. 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. The only player in the 2025, the only player in the 25 homer, 35 stolen base club. He just continues to do that stuff. He's going to have 40-40 again, isn't he? He's going to do the 40-40-40 season, isn't he? He was this close to doing it last year. He was so freaking close. I think he's going to do it this year. Yeah. I think he will. 100%. Wouldn't be surprised if he did. Today is the last. Oh, that was last week. Huh? Paul Booming says, "What football game on today?" That's funny. Oh yeah, high school football was on today. Buford opened up their new stadium. It's crazy, man. You got high schools spending all kinds of money on stadiums. It's like, man, their stadiums be looking like small college freaking spots, man. Man, that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, my camera came back, but my camera wants to troll. Okay. Yes, I will see. I'm just gonna turn my camera off. I will see you guys tomorrow for the first game of 3 against the Braves back at Progressive Field. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guardians. And I'm out. Yeah. Bye bye. Go, Guards. Need this series win, man. And I need the Twins to clutch up, too. But you know they're not going to. They're not a serious team. It's just the way it is. But yeah, guys. Bye bye.